Well, Israel has now increased the number of hostages it believes Hamas has kidnapped during its terror attack more than a week ago. That number now stands at 199. That's an overnight jump of 44. And those hostages are believed to be being kept apart in Gaza's underground network of tunnels. Joining us live now from Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C., is Norman Roul, a former CIA official who managed significant programs in the Middle East. Norman, good to see you. Thanks for your time this afternoon, your time. So the 199 hostages, how important is it that Hamas keeps them alive? Because if they're dead, they can no longer be used as bargaining chips.
Good morning. First, to begin, the number of 199 only describes Israeli hostages. There are a number of Americans missing, other nationalities missing. We should fully anticipate that number will grow. Second, in terms of the number of hostages, this is a significant logistical strain on Hamas. They've got to manage them, keep them safe, move them. This is a vast number. They've probably exceeded what they expected to do in taking them. Last, when people die in the Middle East in these situations, their bodies often become bargaining chips as well. It's a very sad and tragic situation.
Okay, that is true. So getting back, because Hamas had said overnight that it's got between 200 and 250 hostages. The IDF I had on the program a short time ago said it was 199, but yeah, you make the point that that's probably only Israeli hostages. When you got American and other hostages on top of that, then Hamas is probably right that it's got up to 250 hostages.
Well, it is correct that, as your previous guest stated, Hamas routinely lies. This is part of their propaganda and public diplomacy effort. And Israel is being very accurate at 199. There are just a number of bodies that have to be identified, and there are some missing that may well be in rubble in areas that Hamas attacked or may have been taken hostage. So this is going to take a more time to sort out.
So do you agree that they'd be kept in the tunnels and they're likely to be kept apart and held by, different militants or terrorists?
They're almost certainly kept apart. They're kept in tunnels. They're probably kept in some of the houses as well. They're probably on the move, as Hamas believes that certain sites may be compromised or known to the Israelis. There is going to be a wide variety of locations.
And almost impossible for them to seize a moment and do a runner, because where are you going to go?
Well, that's correct. In fact, it's a very dangerous situation. We should have deep concern for their safety. And as you stated, if they were to escape, which is very unlikely, it's a very difficult environment in which they're moving.
Do you believe that the delay in so far launching the ground invasion, Norman, would likely have something to do with the hostages?
In part, but this is an extraordinarily complicated military operation that will involve reservists with mixed levels of training and equipment. This requires first a massive intelligence effort to understand what is happening, as well as where the hostages are. This requires an air campaign to shape the battle space environment to allow for air forces to come in. And there's got to be a political discussion. What is the purpose of a land invasion? Israel does not want to occupy Gaza, but what is needed to achieve their goal of the eradication of Hamas? This will also take some time. And they've also had bad weather, which has delayed some of their air operations.
What can be assured, though, would you have thought, Norman, is that it's going to be well above the 50-day war that we saw in 2014?
We're off the map. This conflict will have ripples that will touch shores yet unimagined. We must recognize this will have political, security, and economic consequences in a number of different places.
Perhaps including Lebanon, Syria, other fronts.
Absolutely. And there are some fragile states such as Jordan and Egypt that need to be considered. And we have the Houthis in Yemen who are capable of involving themselves.
Wow, that is a worry. Hey, Norman Roul, really good to have you on with us this morning. Thanks for explaining. We'll get you on again, have another chat as more news develops. Norman Roul there, thank you.